Be very clear what you don't want to do in business. The first life lesson of entrepreneurship. Don't undervalue yourself. Don't undervalue your product and services. Just becoming a famous person in life without earning money is of no use. The word scare is not in our dictionary.
Yeah. Amazing.
One boss move that we did in the bakery was understood our customers, understood their tongue. So if you look at the overall bakery industry, it is expected to grow to around 23-24 billion US dollars.
Wow. Today, entrepreneurs, they want results very quick.
When he sleeps in the night, be prepared for an issue in the morning.
Coming straight from the heart, ladies and gentlemen.
We want to contribute to the nation by creating employment, by giving right kind of skill set to Bharat.
This is, no, GK,
No,
don't play smart now.
No, not smart. No, not smart.
BOSScast, the making of a boss.
Welcome to BOSScast, a show where we present to you a new exciting business story, real, raw and unfiltered, every Friday 6 p.m. We make you meet a new entrepreneur every week, and the motive is simple: to get some valuable lessons from their business journeys and see if we can implement those in our life. Today's boss in our BOSScast is Mr. GK Pramod, the powerhouse behind Iyengars Oven Fresh Bakery and cafe called Coffee Confessions. And here are some good takeaways from this episode. We'll understand why entrepreneurship is always an experiment and why your mindset matters more than your money. How Mr. GK smartly reduced procurement while not cutting corners, and why understanding the customer's tongue is highly important in a food business. And launching India's first bakery cafe IPO. Let me know in the comments what all you loved in this episode. Enjoy the show.
Bosswala. Be the boss.
Since we're talking about business today, this is the podcast that talks about the making of a boss. So please help me understand how this entrepreneurial journey started and what all went through and what was the journey throughout.
First of all, let me thank you and the Bosswala for calling for this podcast.
Thank you.
My name is GK Pramod. People call me as GK. I was born in a small village in Karnataka called Gurur, near Hassan. Till the age of 10 years, I never went to school. I used to play with cows, buffaloes, 300, 400 cows and buffaloes, graze them, enjoy the life. I was a mini veterinary doctor. One day my mom told, if you don't go to the school, I'm going to stab you.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
She threatened me.
Okay.
Then that day I started going to the school. My father was a great teacher. Art of human resource management was learnt from my father. He used to manage more than 100 people in the paddy fields, and he never said they are laborers. He said they are our extended family members. So the first HR concept was born to my mind in my family. Then I had a person who used to work in our family known as Kalapa. Kalapa used to graze the entire village's cows, and per cow it was 1 rupee. And every month Kalapa used to earn 1,000 rupees. I saw the entrepreneurship spirits in a village from a common boy in Gurur. Then I went to school in Mysore Ramakrishna Vidyashala, which is all-round development. Got influence from Swamijis like Surayashanandaji, now Muktidanandaji, who built the basic foundation. Did my engineering in Hassan from 1989 to 1993. And then an engineering electronics student decided to start an automotive spare part dealership in Hassan.
Wow.
Completely a different shift.
Right.
Because I wanted to be an entrepreneur.
And no experience of that.
Absolutely no experience. Ignorance. Sometimes ignorance is good.
Yeah.
Because you don't know, you try to do everything.
Right.
Sometimes ignorance is not good. You need to know the domain expertise. I was ignorant, but I was very clear that I want to stay with my parents. My weakness was homesickness. My strength was homesickness. My dad sold Colgate shares.
Okay.
He gave me 8 lakhs to start this automobile business. So we started an automobile business in 1993 under the name called Pushpak Automation.
Okay.
The uniqueness of the whole place was selling original automobile spare parts. We only sold original spare parts. Somehow over a period of time, I didn't like the nature of the business. I'm not telling the business is wrong, but I didn't like the nature of the business, the interactions that I had with customers or the complete ecosystem, I didn't like. I don't blame anybody. I was depressed. I became a chain smoker. I used to smoke 5 packs a day.
Oh my God.
I became alcoholic. Okay?
Okay.
Then I went and told my dad, this is uncomfortable for me. My dad was a great guy. You know what he told? Whatever you do in life, don't lose your confidence. So then I decided to shut down the business. Spare parts, I batted to Bangalore, went to JC Road, 100 rupees spare parts. A distributor will ask it for 10 rupees. So then I said, no, I'm not going to sell it to them. Two of my friends from my village who had done a diploma, who were clueless, wanted to start their life. I told them that why don't you become entrepreneurs in dealing with automobile spare parts and servicing them. I gave them 1 year credit. They took 1 year credit. They repaid the loan. 8 lakhs was the investment. I didn't get 8 lakhs completely. I got 6 lakhs. I paid it to my father. My father had to pay it to my brother. Then I realized closing a business is tougher than opening a business. The first life lesson of entrepreneurship journey. One window closes, another window opens.
Right.
I got my life partner, Shubha, in Hassan. I fell in love with her. I didn't have money. I realized without money, you can't marry.
Right.
So to earn money, I came to Bangalore. In Kannada, we say, Halli haida Bangalore banda. So I came to Bangalore. I started searching for a job. I couldn't get a job for a period of 1 year.
My God.
Neither I knew the skills of going and attending an interview. Neither I know how to convince people. I didn't get. Then I wrote an article in Kannada Prabha called Job Hunting. The article became famous. So I became a famous person without money. Then I realized the second lesson in life, just becoming a famous person in life without earning money is of no use. 1 year later, I got my first job in a company called Binary System selling Apple Macintosh.
Okay.
Harish Shetty, the founder of Binary System, groomed me the ABCD of sales. I worked with leaders like Sridhar in Binary Systems. Then I worked in Binary System for a few years. From Binary System, I moved to a company called International Data Corporation, which is the world's largest market research company. From IDC, I joined an IT company to sell their product and services on the management side. I joined Kshema Technologies in the year 2000, where I used to sell their software services in the Scandinavian market.
Okay.
So that gave me an opportunity to start the business from the scratch, do cold calling, and then connect with the people in the overseas market and learn it. So that happened. Then what happened one day, I don't want to bring the name of the company here. One day I went to my company. Recession was there. Year 2000. Pink slip on my table. I lost my job.
My God.
In Kannada, we say, Gandsu kelsa kalkondange. So a male loses a job in the year 2000. It is like, you're unfit. So I was upset. I took the pink slip, went to home. I didn't know what to tell my wife because I'd lost the job. What do you go and tell your family that you have lost the job? I went and told my son was 1 year young. I told my wife I've lost the job. She laughed and told, let's go for another honeymoon. I had a small Maruti car, dropped my son in my in-laws' place, went to the honeymoon, came back, walking on the streets of Jayanagar, walked into a company called Vincity, went and met the HR. He asked me, why are you here? I said, I lost the job. You're truthful. I got a job in Vincity, worked in Vincity for several years, and from Vincity, I got an opportunity to work in Taiwan for an embedded software services company of India. I built their business as a country manager, grew the business. In the year 2016, I was talking about again entrepreneurship journey. My wife told me, either you start the business or stop talking about the business.
What a lovely wife you have, I must say that.
Definitely. Definitely a lovely wife.
That's what partner's job is, I feel, as a role, not a job, but as a partner's
On
role.
a lighter note, I will tell you, behind a successful man, there is one wife. Behind an unsuccessful man, there are too many wives.
Right.
So having said that, yes, I have a wonderful wife. And then we started a company called InduSoft. YINDUSOFT. Indu in the Chinese thing is India.
Okay.
And Shubha was taking care of the business development activities in Taiwan, Korea, Singapore. I was handling the software services in India. We grew the company. We built up relationship with the Fortune 500 companies like TSMC, PSC, UMC, the world's largest semiconductor manufacturing company. I learned the art of building relationship with the Fortune 500 companies from the scratch.
Lovely.
So you ask me, what is the lesson that an entrepreneur should get in here? Do you have that fire in the belly to grow the business from the grassroots level?
Grassroots.
It is not just passion, Keshevji. It is not just passion. Passion, skill, economy. I'm passionate. Do I have the skill? Yes, I have the skill. Is there a profit? Any one of the link misses in a business journey, you are duped. You are failed.
Right.
So Hindusoft was started, grew the company. 4 years we ran the company. Asia Pac was not giving that kind of a profitability for software services, unlike the US and the European markets. 2010 was a recession. We opened office in Singapore by investing $100,000 US dollars in Singapore. In 2010 was a recession. And when we looked back and looked our bank account, we had a loan of 90 lakhs. And we took a decision to exit from the business. So a clear message to all the bosses, whether you're working in the company or not working in the company, even if you realize you have got into a wrong train, make a decision to get down and come back. Doesn't matter even if you have spent the time. We decided to close the business, and I looked at, there is 90 lakhs of loan. Then how do I pay? Two of my classmates from my village, where we had food together, I spoke to them, 48 hours, they transferred the funds to my account.
That kind of trust you had,
It was...
that kind of relation you had with them.
I would tell it's more of a rapport and financial discipline. What is more important in an entrepreneurship journey is the financial discipline. It is not that, how much money you bring from the market, how kind of a trustworthy you are to give back the money to the marketplace.
Right.
And there it was more of an emotional relationship that we had from the childhood days, where I used to share food for them when they didn't have food. I made them to come to Bangalore when they didn't have money. I gave them a shelter when they came to Bangalore, but not necessarily just I gave, they should do. It was also their great gesture to do it. It's a rapport, it's a chemistry. Most of the times what we do in our engineering days, college days, we categorize friends. We categorize first bench student, second bench student, last bench student. That fellow doesn't study. This fellow doesn't study. She doesn't study. We categorize. Don't categorize your friends. The person sitting in the last bench will be a successful entrepreneur. You never know.
Correct.
So that kind of a rapport and a chemistry made them to give the money to me. I got the money in 2010, paid the money to the bank. Then after paying the money to the bank, I sold 2 of my properties in Bangalore. I paid back their money, and in the year 2010, finances I had was 0. So I had 0 funds. But always we need to do something to satisfy our soul.
Right.
Something to satisfy our soul which actually helps us to keep up our spirits very, very high. Business is something which makes you to keep up your tummy happy. I have been working with Dr. Virendra Hegde's Roots at Institute from the year 2000, empowering rural entrepreneurs, giving them the concepts of management for them. That learning in the year 2010, I went to my native place. I authored all my knowledge. That took a shape of a book called The Second Gear. The foreword was written by Dr. Virendra Hegde. The inauguration was done in Dharmasthala. A person having 0 money became an author. What I am trying to tell the entrepreneurs who is watching me here, or the entrepreneurs who are watching here, doesn't matter if you fall down. How fast you can quickly get up and run is most important in life. So this is my pre-second gear journey.
Fantastic.
If you are interested about the post-second gear
No,
journey,
definitely.
we will continue or we will stop the podcast.
No. I think we should continue because I think the challenges we kind of know now. I'm more interested to know that what happened after that. So please continue.
Yeah, then we started second gear. Second gear book was launched. Second gear book was priced at 500 rupees. We started selling second gear books. To sell books in India in the year 2010 was very, very difficult. There was no internet. Effectiveness of the internet was very less.
Correct.
Book sales was challenging.
Correct.
So myself and my son, we used to go to stalls, put the stalls, we used to pray God, today 5 books are sold. 5 books are sold, 2,500 rupees. The most important parameter I would like to tell the entrepreneur, I never priced my book less. It was $4.99 in the year 2010. Don't undervalue yourself. Don't undervalue your product and services. It has a value. Those were the days when I did not have groceries at my home. My in-laws, Sampath Iyengar and Janaki, had to come to our house, see that, son-in-law does not have a grocery at home. They used to fill the groceries and go back. Have humility in life. Accept when things are required. You have to be flexible. You cannot have an ego telling that, I won't receive rice. If you don't receive rice, you will die.
Correct.
So did that, then started second gear. We started workshops on second gear. Marketing workshops, financial workshops. Interesting factor, the hotel bill was more than the bill of the receivables. We failed for 2 years. Then we started our programs on FM Rainbow called Business Guru and Career Guru. Dr. Raghu helped us there. And then Business Guru, Career Guru became very famous. I realized in the year 2010 and 11 that my voice has a value.
Okay.
My voice is sellable. So the Business Guru episodes, the Career Guru episodes became successful. We started mentoring MSMEs.
Okay.
Micro, small, medium enterprises.
Right.
Till today, I have trained more than 2 lakh rural entrepreneurs. From second gear, we have mentored 2,500 entrepreneurs. And when we started mentoring them, that formed a community called second gear.
Okay.
I changed my company structure from a private limited company to a proprietorship company with one person. I made sure that I will grow financially. I will also make sure that my person also grows financially. Today also he is working with me in the last 15 years. So the message to the entrepreneurs is that people working under you are an asset.
Right.
60-40 site is an asset. Diamond is an asset. Gold is an asset. My colleague is a bigger asset.
Bigger asset. Correct. We need to realize that.
Yeah, so then the whole thing is all about, when we moved up the value chain, then the second gear becomes successful. Okay. Then after second gear becoming a successful entity, we started from the year 2010 to 2015, whatever losses I had made of 90 lakhs, plus, I was able to generate a good amount of revenue.
Very nice. So this happened in how many years?
2010 to 2015.
5 years.
You need time.
Yeah.
Any business enterprises, out of 100 businesses that it gets started, in 5 years, if you really look at, if 10 survive, you're lucky. So the other lesson that I learned was that you need to have patience. You need to be cool. You need to be calm. And the entire family should support you. Here my son Aditya supported me. In-laws supported me. Parents supported me. Friends supported me. Network is net worth.
Right.
So then what happened? 2015, I got an opportunity to do a property development, joint development. I didn't know how to do a property development. Second gear mentees who have been from a different background of construction, from plumbers, electricians, they said, you don't worry, we will help you to do a property construction. We built up a 75,000 square feet property in Electronic City, a concept-based construction. I am not a big-time real estate guy, but I'm more interested in building a concept. So we built a concept there, and one portion is a service apartment which we have built, and the other portion is a commercial complex. My wife wanted to start actually a bakery in her dad's name.
Okay.
She wanted to continue the legacy of her dad. My wife's grandfather is a baker, Iyengars, who started a bakery business in Bangalore in the year 1938.
Okay.
Who practiced the bakery practices in Bangalore, went to Bangalore. Britishers taught our community how to bake because they wanted good breads. So from there, she wanted to start a bakery. We started Iyengars Own Fresh, which is a traditional Iyengars style bakery coupled with a European style of products.
Okay.
Then I told, why only bakery? And above the bakery, we started Cafe Coffee Confessions.
Right.
confessions over celebrations. Above that, we started City Keys. Above that, we started fine dining. Above that, we started a terrace restaurant.
And this happened in how many years? Like
2016, we ventured into this, and by 2019, we did develop all these things.
3 years.
3 years. By the time Corona hit,
Right.
our brands got launched, Corona came. The next question to the audience is, how did we handle Corona?
Right.
Business is not just a straight dive. It's an oscillation of ups and downs in life.
Correct.
Believe me, in the year 2019, when Corona hit,
2020.
2020, when the Corona got hit, we never sent our staff to their home. Means we took care of them very well.
Right.
Even today, those staffs are there. So we sell through the Corona days. We took a courage. We have made investments. Pressure was from the investors, but I took everybody's call. The message to all the entrepreneurs is that when you get money from your investors and you're not able to pay on time, take their call and address them and talk to them what the situation is all about. So the financial discipline plays a very, very, very important role in the whole journey. You may not be able to repay the money on October 15th, but tell him you are not able to repay the money on October 15th, and what is the reason? Take him to the place and show him the business, show him the challenges, be in touch, don't run away. You can't run away
Yeah.
because it's a small world.
Correct.
So that is where we are. Now we are more focusing on the Iyengar Own Fresh and Coffee Confessions.
Okay. Superb. So, what I understood that entrepreneurs start their journey either from passion or from pain. These are the two major things, right? One of the thing is there which make them start a business, right? So what was there in your case?
My case, both were there.
Okay. Please explain.
See, pain is that you don't have finances at the end of the month.
Right. Which you told.
Yeah, and then you need to meet the finances, and then to pay the salaries, you bring the money from paying
So
interest.
then this is more of pain, less of passion, right?
Then pain is there, but how do you come out of the pain?
Okay.
You can crib about the pain.
Right.
Okay, you can, and the way to come out of the pain in my journey, way to come out of the pain is passion. Money is a byproduct in the whole journey.
Right.
Money is not only the product. It's a byproduct. As you travel, you get that as a byproduct.
Correct.
The problem what happens as entrepreneurs, if you only focus on money, you don't get money. You have to focus on passion, skill, economy.
Right.
So it is 3 factors. It's a set of 3.
So I want to ask this, that was it a raw dough in the beginning, or you always knew that this will rise for sure? This Iyengar Oven Fresh and Coffee Confessions.
What a question you have asked. See, the whole thing of Iyengar Own Fresh was a dream of Shubha. My wife wanted to start something in her dad's legacy.
Right.
The only eligibility for GK Pramod, no eligibility, only the thing is son-in-law of Hassan Bakery.
Correct.
Even if you go to Hassan Bakery today, it's one of the very well-known bakery in Hassan. People go there, they flock there to buy their quality products. So what is the eligibility for me? There is no eligibility for me from a food domain. But the whole factor was that there was an emotional connect she had an emotional connect with her dad's business. And she said, why don't we try out?
So in the early days, you didn't thought of as in you want to grow this will rise, all of that. You thought, okay, we'll start something.
To be very frank, that whenever I start something, I start with a bigger picture.
Okay.
I have a bigger dream.
So you always knew that this will rise for sure.
Not that I didn't, to be very frank with you, I didn't know that this will rise. Because the reason was, I always picturized that, okay, I need to do something big. But when we started Iyengar Own Fresh, that I didn't know that I want to scale up, I want to make it big. But I wanted to experience the fact how it is as a solo outlet. That was how it started. So she had an emotional connect. Then we said Iyengar Own Fresh. Then I said, why only one brand? Why not develop another brand over that? And why not another brand? So we developed 6 food brands in the same location.
Yeah. I knew that.
Yeah.
Lovely. I'm just asking from the bootstrap phase, right? What is that advice from where you get the initial funds? If you can just talk about that, because.
See, initial funds are basically from family and friends.
But if they don't help, then
If they don't help, then today the financial institution there, we have to go to the CGT MSc scheme, which is there from the government.
Right.
Today the government is more open to these kind of rural schemes. We have to go to a bank, approach them, and then take these kind of schemes from Khadi Gramodyog or from MSME department, and then start the business. But before starting a business, you need to understand the supply and demand. Today, what has happened is the number of bakeries. There are 6 lakh villages in India, 8,000 towns in India, 4,000 cities in India. You go to a village today. I go to my village, Gurur. There are 25 bakery, and there is only 2,000 population. 25 bakery servicing 2,000 population. Out of 2,500 people, 100 people may eat the bakery product. 100 people being divided into 25 bakeries, 4 per person. What are you doing? Just without understanding the supply and demand, you start opening bakeries.
There's no point.
Rather than keep that 5 lakhs in a bank deposit and then be happy. What I'm trying to tell, I'm not telling you should not open.
Of course, yeah.
Northeast parts, there are no bakeries. So, and a South Indian, do you have the dareness to go and open in Northeast? Yes, that is entrepreneurship. Traveling the untraveled path is entrepreneurship. I want to travel the same path, then you want to become an entrepreneur. Globe is the opportunity for an entrepreneur. Not that I want to open here only, I have to develop here only. No, you go and expand. Globe is the market. I want to set up a South Indian restaurant in North India. Wow, what an opportunity. I want to set up an Iyengar bakery in North India. What an opportunity.
Yeah.
Where you set up, what time you set up matters a lot.
Matters the most, I feel.
Yes.
You're right. So when you started the business, what was the scariest moment that you realized in the beginning?
To be very frank with you, Keshuji, the word scare is not in our dictionary.
Yeah. Amazing.
And that is scaring. See, why that is scary?
Okay.
Because my hobby is also, doing trekking to Mount Kailash.
Right.
I did a trekking to Mount Kailash 6 years ago.
Okay.
And if I was scary, I would not have done it. I also do a lot of...
Somewhere you were scared, right? Come on. There are too many responsibilities on your shoulders.
Again, it depends on nature from individual to individual.
Right.
Right? It depends on the moments. In my case, I might have scared on the personal aspects.
Right.
But on the business aspects...
You never got
Why? I'll tell you why. I'll tell you my approach. Then you can agree to disagree or we can debate.
Sure.
What is entrepreneurship? What is new business? It's an experiment. The way I take it as experiment. Fortunately, unfortunately, we don't do it as an experiment. We engage that as a success parameter. Oh, GK Pramod has not done it, he's failure. Success has many fathers in life, failures has no takers in life. The moment you disengage your personality with the business, then you see it's an experiment. I have done an experiment. If you are an engineer, you know it very well. You go to a chemistry lab and you do a titration. Every titration will not have the same result.
Right.
For me, every enterprise, with humility I'm trying to tell, is an experiment. Probably I was not having that fear. I was not having that scared. One of the strategies I adopted after the second gear journey, today I have more than 10 mentors who mentors me on my health, on my spirituality aspect, on my finances, on my marketing. I have got 10 mentors. I have realized a mentor can't mentee himself. A barber can't cut his hair. A surgeon can't do his surgery. So I do a lot of things to satisfy my soul. We have an NGO called Gurur Development Trust, where we have renovated a 1,200-year-old temple in Gurur, which is a massive work that we have done. All that I want to share with somebody else is that, yes, you need to do business, but to do business, you need to do something to satisfy your soul. People tell, oh, you have money, then you will do. No.
Correct.
For me, it's a lubrication. I do social work as a passion. People call me from villages to get a job in Bangalore. I get them job.
Yeah.
So every day I connect people. That's a hobby.
Yeah.
Then you do business. So for me, the word threat, risk, getting scared is not in the dictionary. I'm being very honest with you. But what concerns me is I need to do bigger thing. I need to give employment for bigger thing. My dream is to create more entrepreneurship. Preferences on women entrepreneurship. Always I'm concerned about the unemployed youth in the rural market. How can we create jobs for them? How can we make them as self-employed? If you really look at the bakery as a segment, that is the one of the segment where a person can start the business by having lower investments.
Correct. Absolutely. We can do that. And yeah, you're right. You're right. Coming to the location part you mentioned, I think location plays a major role. The kind of items you're serving, the taste and the designs that you're serving, matter a lot at which place you're opening your cafes and bakeries, right? So if you have to say something about it for the viewers who are watching.
Location plays a very important role because the reason is that your outlet is surrounded by whom? What is the spending potential of that individual? How much is he willing to spend? How much she is willing to spend? So if you're surrounded by people who doesn't want to spend at all, and you keep a cake which is highly garnished, high designs, and then tell you to buy it, how people will buy?
Correct.
You see the fun in India. The vegetable vendor who comes to near your street, the onion price in a BPL category area is 15 rupees. The same onion will become 25 rupees when he comes to the higher end area.
Yes.
So the price depends on the location. The location plays a very important role. And the supply and demand.
Supply and demand.
The problem what is happening is today people think that bakery is an easy thing to open.
Yeah.
Oh, open.
Yeah.
Fine. Then what are they doing? They're crying for survival.
Yeah.
Where is the growth? Okay, I'm happy with getting 500 rupees. Yes, you are happy with 500 rupees. Where is the growth? Growth is possible provided you have supply and demand analysis.
How do you do that?
You find out how many bakeries are there in a place. In a village, you go to a village and there are 25 bakery and 26 bakery you are putting what kind of business you are able to do. You are killing your own competition. Identify a place where there is an opportunity. Okay, this demand is here. There is no bakery which is set up.
Right.
The biggest problem what entrepreneurs will do is, it is simple, 15 to 20 lakhs I can invest. I will invest. I will not find out the uniqueness. First thing is prepare a solid practical business plan. Without having a solid practical business plan, what are you trying to do? Today there are so many mentors, so many options. Have a solid business plan with you. So my message to all the people who are opening the business, first have a business plan. Do a pilot, learn the trade, then take a feedback, then implement.
I think that's a better way.
That's a better way of doing it. Today there are opportunities of doing it.
So there's also one segment here when we talk about boss move, right? So I want to understand your early stage here. What was that one pivot, one price change, or some boss move that you put there in the system, and you got a nice peak in terms of revenue or in terms of growth?
Yeah. The boss move was when I went and understood from the market, hey Baba, what do you need?
Right.
What do you eat when you go to Calcutta? What do you eat when you go to Lucknow? What would you eat when you go to Punjab? What would you eat when you go to Punjab? With a bakery.
Bhature.
Chole bhature.
Chole kulche.
So chole kulche. The question is that can I introduce kulche? We introduced kulche. Not chole kulche, but kulche. So the customer started taking kulche, started preparing savories, preparing it. People from Punjab would take kulche. And what does the people from Calcutta would require? Rasgulla cake.
Rasgulla cake. Amazing.
So the boss move is
Understanding the customer.
Understanding the customer and making a product required for the customer. Who is my boss here?
Right. Customers.
Huh? To become a boss of yourself, na?
Perfectly.
First you need to understand the customer, right?
So what kind of initial staff you keep when you start a bakery?
It depends. You can start with an individual. Say, I'm a baker, I want to bake and sell.
Okay. From home you can start also.
The first thing we need to ask a question is, how can I make product unique? Then after you are confident about that, then you know how do you market it.
Correct.
If you do this research, there is a possibility of success. Most of the people don't do that research. I have a home baker in my apartment, I will also start. I have a bakery he has started, I will start next to his door. So neither you will survive, neither he will survive, neither she will survive, neither you will survive, both of you will die.
But since you were never a baker, right?
No.
You are an engineer, right?
Yes.
So you started off this, right?
Correct.
So you're not a chef, you're not baking
No,
cakes, right?
no.
So you need a team to bake that. Right?
Correct.
So what's that initial team that you should have?
See, basically, I'm not a chef. Right? So the whole thing is about when in the bakery with the whole experiment is all about when you make cakes, it is round. Since I don't know how to make it round, I can think out of the box. My biggest strength is getting the work done from others.
Okay. Right.
My biggest strength is getting the work done from a chef.
Right.
I'm a motivator.
Right.
I get the best thing from the chef. To run enterprise, you don't need to know the domain, but have the right kind of people from the domain.
So how do you find that?
You have to have network. You have to go to the associations. There are beautiful now associations. In Bangalore, you have Bangalore Hotel Association, National Restaurant Association of India, Karnataka State and Bakery Associations. You need to go to the associations, network yourself, talk to the people. And then, once you network, once you start, hunting is an art.
Yeah. That's an art.
That's an art.
So with 3-4 people, you can start like one chef, 2-3 servers, and
It depends on
one
the,
manager.
it depends on the kind of the outlet that you want to have. What scale you want to do the business.
Of course.
What kind of products that you want to business. So I'm a home baker. I'll only make cakes. You go to Kerala, there are 20,000 bakeries. 20,000 bakeries in Kerala. Every bakery, every house has a workshop. But the way they make the product, the way the hygiene is maintained is totally different. What is missing out of the industry is a misperception. We don't have skilled laborers. We don't train them properly. We don't educate them properly. There is no hygiene. And I start doing bonda bhaji on the street. It is not like bonda bhaji. On the street.
So how do you train them?
Training is a continuous process.
Yeah, of course. But initially,
In
like,
fact,
how do you plan that?
In fact, we have a dedicated foundation, training foundation in my dad's name called GNK Foundation, where we actually first focus on the personality. I'm not interested in the skill first.
Okay.
I am worried on the attitude, ATTITUDE. If you give the number 1 mark for A and T 14th place, sum up all those things, it comes to 100. We work on the attitude of the individual first, then look at the skill. We have on-the-job skill training, off-the-job skill training, but every employee in our organization should complete a minimum hours of work, minimum hours of training before he goes to the job.
So how do you put the processes in line? How do you came up with the design of the cafe, the name of the cafe, the vibe that you chose? Can you help us with that?
Yeah, you asked a very good question. There is a methodology when you start a business. You have to do a market research. We did a market research in Electronic City to understand what the customer wants. How uniquely our cafe should be. How my cafe should be different from other cafe. I get the same cappuccino. I get the same Americano. I get the same pizza. I get the same sandwich. How your business should be unique. Different from other cafes.
Right.
And we said our cafe is a celebration cafe. You want to do matchmaking. You want to do wedding anniversaries. You want to do birthday celebrations. You want to do your celebration in the office. Come, celebrate in coffee confessions. Confessions over celebrations. Then we said, what does it match? How the theme should be. Whether it should be a male theme, female theme, what kind of colors, what kind of menu, who is my target segment, what is the kind of price that they give. So you have to do a solid business plan, which is practical, which is implementable. And then go ahead and try, and then take a feedback from the customer on an ongoing basis.
So since we're talking about automation a lot these days, AI and all of that, right? Which part you think you will automate and which part you will still need human hands there?
Automation should start from your production. There are more machines available. Automation in terms of billing you need. Customer service, you need to have a human touch.
Right. And baking you need?
Baking you can reduce.
Okay.
See, reduction of people have a wrong perception. If the automation increases, employment reduces.
No, it's not that.
Automation increases, employment increases. Because instead of having one cafe, I will open 1,500 cafe. Instead of having one bakery, I can have 1,500 bakeries.
Yes, rightly said. How do you balance local sourcing with cost and consistency?
Local sourcing, cost and consistency is a challenge. I told you raw material procurement.
Yeah.
So today you have to adopt new technology companies which are available for you to buy online.
Okay.
So I can give a classic example of Udon.
Okay.
Which is basically an online platform.
Okay.
So you can buy it from Udon.
Okay. And go there and buy.
No, online. You don't need to
Of
go.
course, sorry, online. Go online on that page.
Buy, and today you order it, tomorrow you will get it. You don't need to have a store of your own.
But it's always preferable to have a local guy one
But
call away.
One call away, but in a bakery, I have got 250 vendors. How many calls I should make? So can I get all those 250 vendors in one platform? I don't need to call anybody. I only need to call one vendor. And why do I need to have my own store? I will not have my own store. Store belongs to them. It gets delivered tomorrow. I don't need to stock.
I think all of these things, new entrepreneurs have to.
No, if you don't adopt a disruption model,
You cannot.
if you don't disrupt anything, whether it is GK Pramod, whether it is you, whether it is me, whether it is my new idea, if it doesn't disrupt the market, then you don't need to be in the market.
Amazing. Whenever you hear this word cafe, it looks very romantic from the outside. So, what's the daily grind that happens behind the scenes, if you can tell?
Yeah, sure. See, it is romantic.
Yeah. No, from the outside, it is very romantic.
No, from the outside also it is romantic. From the inside also it is romantic.
But-
it depends on how you take it.
Okay.
So you go and ask the same question to another entrepreneur, he will tell it's very hard, we get up early, blah, blah,
Right.
blah, blah, all those things.
Right.
It depends on the person how he takes it. But what I would like to tell is that food is something, what kind of food you delivered yesterday doesn't matter. What kind of food you are delivering now, today, it matters.
Correct.
The coffee that goes to the table, whether the garnish is same on all coffees. I want to make a loud design on the coffee, whether the loud design is consistent on all the coffees that you deliver. Question mark number one. Every product that gets shipped onto the table before the customer eats, we have to check the garnishing. Today, garnishing is very, very important. We call it as culinary art. I make pizza and then do it in a different shape and give it to the customer whether he likes. No. I like own roasted garlic bread and I don't weigh the cheese and then put it the way I want. Does it go? No. It has to look in a particular format. It has to look in a particular size. It has to have the same kind of ingredients. SOPs, standard operating practices.
Right.
The whole thing starts from your procurement. Where do you procure? You go and procure a junk coffee seed. Will you be able to deliver a good coffee to the customer?
No.
Starts from a day of procuring, the quality check of the product, the production. How does the production happen? Who produces it? Who produces the products? I'm asking you the question. Who produces coffee? Who produces pizzas in a cafe? I'm asking you.
Right. The chef behind it.
Chef behind it.
Yeah.
So who is the chef? Chef and the people.
Yeah,
Who
the
are
team.
they?
The team.
Who are they? The team. We work with unorganized sector. They are not organized.
They are not organized.
Some of them are 10th pass, some of them are 9th pass, some of them have left families and come. One day their mood is off. How do you make them to build a bondage that I need to serve something good to the customer?
Right.
So we start our day with a prayer. Asatoma Sadgamaya, Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya, Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. We chant the Janaganamana anthem. And Ajnanadinda Jnanadedege, Belakininda Katteledege, Mrutyuvinda Amratyunidege. In English, we have to say from less knowledge to more knowledge. From no death to a kind of this one where we reach out the soul. And darkness to lightness. So we sing this prayer and we cheer them up. So the whole thing, the restaurant owner or a cafe owner, when he sleeps in the night,
Right.
be prepared for an issue in the morning.
Anyhow.
But if you take that issue as a pain, you can't run the business. If you take that issue as a pleasure and a challenge,
Then you can. We have this segment called Boss Move, right? So one boss move you take when you start a business. One boss move you take when you're in the middle of it. When you're like, okay, I started off having maybe a profit of 10,000 a day. One boss move you made, you now have a profit of 20,000 a day. And now you're stuck at 30 and you're figuring out, I want this to be 60,000 a day. What was that boss move for you, which was a bigger leap in the middle of your business when you were there?
the simplest thing is reduce your procurement cost.
Okay.
I realized one day we're spending more on buying materials.
Okay.
So reduce it, control it.
How do you do that?
What is in your hand? Sales is not in your hand. Not in your hand means you don't have much control.
Yeah, of course.
Then what is in your hand is procurement. You put a cap, you put a budget.
So you did something like that?
Yeah, we did a budget. Earlier we were buying. We were buying, oh, we need that, we need this. Buy, because we will sell. Then I put a cap. We don't buy beyond this.
Okay.
You buy, this is the cap. What is the revenue? Okay, your revenue is this. Your buying should be 25% of the total sales that you do. A max 30%. You put a cap on that. You stop.
Actually, knowing when to stop is also a big thing.
Knowing when to stop, how to stop, and have a direct relationship with vendors. Vendors are our long-term partners. Your outflow should be managed very well. Otherwise, you just keep buying things which is not required, you're gone. So we did that.
Right. So that was your boss move.
Yes,
Putting a cap.
on the buying, which is there in our hands.
Lovely, lovely. So in the food business, what is the toughest part if anybody wants to start a business in the food industry?
See, the toughest thing is, what is your uniqueness? How is your cake different from others? Why should I come to Iyengar Own Fresh? What are cakes? Cakes are emotions.
Right.
Cakes are not 400 rupees, 500 rupees, 1,000 rupees.
Right.
Okay, I add emotions, but the neighbor would also add emotions. What is the uniqueness of your bakery? Today, the uniqueness that we have built is custom cakes.
But there are a lot of mini custom.
But the way we make custom cake, the time at which we make custom cake is super speed. And you can see the way the custom cakes are made in our outlet.
Okay.
Seeing is believing. You see what we are doing. So it's an open kitchen. We have built an open kitchen for the customer to come and see the whole thing, the whole aspect.
Okay.
And believe the quality of the food. And above that, they can go to a cafe and do a celebration. The most toughest thing in any business, not just the food business, is the uniqueness of your product.
Right.
And the most important in food business, what is the taste or the taste bud of the customers where you're opening an outlet,
Correct. Where you're serving.
where you're serving. In some areas, breads get sold fast.
Yeah.
In some area, cheese gets sold fast.
Yeah.
In some area, it is chocolatey flavor. Some area, it is egg free. Some area, it is egg. Do I know the pulse of the customer? That's my question.
That's the biggest thing we need to answer.
That is the thing.
I think once you know this answer, it's easier for you to run that, because once you open the business and you realize, okay, I'm serving the wrong people. Probably the product that I've made is not for them. So then you end up having losses. And
See, it is not easy. Again, it's an experiment. What is more important in a business, Keshavji? You should know what you should not do. A lot of people tell you write a checklist that I should do this tomorrow. I will tell them, don't write what I should do. Write what you should not do. I should not shout on my staff. I should not shout on my wife. If I shout on my wife, I don't even get the food bag for the outlet.
correct.
I should not shout on my banker. I should not shout on my investor. I should not miss my walking. I should not miss my yoga. Why are you having should list? Have what you should not.
Right.
Be very clear what you don't want to do in business.
Very nice.
Then automatically the clarity of what comes. And the other thing that is more important is, don't start a business, I want to become like Iyengar Own Fresh. I want to become like McDonald's. I want to become like Iyer Idli. I want to become like Vasudev Adigas. I want to become like Kamath. I want to become like Jayalakshmi Bakery. I want to become like Warrior Bakery. Don't do a business that I want to become like.
I think you can take inspiration from them.
But you do something that become like yours. What is your uniqueness, Baba?
Right.
Take inspiration, as you rightly said. I will take the inspiration from GK. I will take the inspiration from Arun Adiga. I will take the inspiration from Vasudev Adiga. You take the inspiration from PC Rao. You take the inspiration from Kamath. You take the inspiration from Shankar. You take the inspiration from Keshav Iyengar. You take the inspiration.
But have your own uniqueness.
If you do not have your own uniqueness,
You're gone.
you can only survive. You can't grow.
You cannot scale.
You can't score. There is a difference between survival and
Makes sense.
growing.
Makes sense. Let's talk about hiring a bit of here. Hiring in hospitality is like really tough, is what I understand, right? So what was your plan when you were hiring people for your cafe and bakery?
Hiring in hospitality is not tough.
Okay. You are breaking every question of mine to reframe it better. But again, I am coming from a layman's world.
You're right. See,
Yeah.
the whole point is, how do I take a sport if I want to play a football? I should enjoy. People tell hiring in food industry is tough.
Yeah.
I tell hiring in food industry is not tough. Why it is not tough?
Okay. Please explain.
See, the reason is that when you are taking a person on the board, what is the kind of interview mechanism that you have? Am I looking into his aspirations? Whether my organization can meet his aspirations over a period of time? Am I taking care of his emotional needs, other needs, financial needs? But if you really look at from the other angle, the only industry which gives the quickest kind of employment is the food industry. He comes, gets on the train. He doesn't know anybody in Bangalore market. He goes to a restaurant, goes to a bakery, joins there. The owner gives him the food, the shelter, everything. In a country like India, you just walk away from, you just imagine in Western countries walking out of the house in US or in Europe in such kind of weather conditions and trying to go and work without a job. Here you catch a train, come to Bangalore, come to a restaurant, ask for a job, you have a shelter.
Done.
Done.
But the retention is more?
Retention depends on the magnetic power of the entrepreneur with the staff. Do you have an umbilical cord established with him? These are very emotional people. Let us understand one thing. You are working with an unorganized sector, delivering the products to an organized sector.
Yes.
My customer is from IT. My customer is from software. My customer is from business. So the whole thing is that for an unorganized sector person, his parents may not be living together. He might have not had a good education. He might have been beaten up. They might have gone through worse incidents in life. Do I spend time to understand, hey Baba, today why are you looking dull? I go, I talk to my staff. I don't differentiate between housekeeping and chef. Everybody is same in the food industry for me. Ask them, kya hua aaj? Why are you looking dull? No sir, my mom called me. She's not keeping well. What happened? Do we connect with them emotionally? See, the whole thing is about IQ and EQ.
Right.
Intelligent quotient and then emotional quotient. You use your IQ with your investors. Use your EQ with your staff. Correct. No, if you don't use your EQ, if you don't emotionally connect with your staff, he's not feeling good. Why you're not feeling good? I'm feeling excited. Why are you feeling excited? I need to go home, sir, today. I want to go home. You know the highest commitment for parents who has got these staff who are so unorganized. Their dad is not well. Their mom is not well. They're not worried about your salary. They'll take the bag and tell, sir, tomorrow I'm going if they have time. Otherwise, they'll take the bag and go. Look at the organized sector. My father is not well. My mother is not well. I have to go. I have to ask my boss, seek permission, take the leave. By the time I go, my dad is dead. So the whole thing is about recruitment, retention is all about for an entrepreneur is to learn from them.
Right.
They have given me a great opportunity to learn. And the other question, I'll put it back to all the entrepreneurs. Why they should work with you? Salary, shelter, food, cloth. What is the uniqueness that you build? You can't, put them together as a sheep and then work. Today, the work environment is very important. Do I have a hygiene environment? Whether my cafe looks wow, I want to get associated with this cafe. I don't feel like going back. Kitchen is superb. My work environment is super. The policies are superb. There is a friendly boss. There is an entertainment. We do dance competition. We do singing competitions. We do sports competitions. So they should feel.
And that's how you motivate them.
I have come from, say, North India. I have come from UP. I have come from Bihar. Most of the people in Bangalore is from them. I come from Kolkata. I have left my place so far and then I have come here. Do I feel this as my place? Can I celebrate Christmas? Can I celebrate Ramzan? Can I celebrate Ramotsava? I need to celebrate festivals because, I have everybody in my restaurant business. If you don't make them feel it is their home, it is their business, you can't run. Who is the owner? GK Pramod is the owner. Wrong answer. Who are the owners? We are the owners. We are the bosses. We are the bosses of our organization. If we do not give that sense of responsibility to the staff, you can't retain.
Wonderful, yeah.
Period.
Wonderfully said. Wonderfully said. We see that the margins in F&B, probably bakery and cafes, are a little thinner. So how do you manage your, better growth, better revenue since the margins are less?
Yeah. Why the margins are less? The margins are less because there is no efficiency.
Yeah.
Why the efficiency is not there? Because you are not calculating the food costing. Until unless you calculate a food cost, how much is the food cost for a particular puff, how much is the food cost for a particular cake, I don't do it. See, today what is happening? You have a pressure to give a product at a certain price because supply and demand. The neighborhood is giving at 400 rupees, I want to give it at 350 rupees. That's not a good strategy. The neighborhood is giving at 400 rupees, I want to give it at 600. I don't know. You have to design a strategy. So the profit margins are shrinking because of the pilferage. The biggest challenge in a bakery and a cafe industry is a pilferage, wastage. You think, I will give an example. Today is a cold weather. So you think today puffs are sold more. So I manufacture 500 puffs. All of a sudden the cold gets into rain. And out of 500 puffs, 100 puffs get sold. 400 is wasted. How do I predict? So next day I put 100 puffs. There is a huge demand. Customer comes and asks, I want 500 puffs and 500 dil pasands.
Yeah.
So we need to have a benchmark. So what we have done is, any savories, 7 o'clock over.
Okay.
So we know the trend by 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. If it is more requirement is there is a reproduction that happens at 1 o'clock. 7 o'clock, the savories are over. Otherwise, every day there is a wastage of puff. Every day there is a wastage of dil pasand.
Correct.
So you have to have a batch processing. Segregate the batch. Have 2 batches. Who has stopped you not to make your bakery work 24/7? Who has defined you that you should not work for 24/7? Who has told you that you should not do the production in the night? If you start applying the same principles what others are applying, with due respect to our great grandfathers and great fathers, you can't follow the same methodology today. Today my productivity has to be high. When my productivity will be high? When my efficiency is high. When my efficiency will be high? When I use the facility 24/7. So why today, if you see the whole trend, we're opening up to 1 o'clock, starting at 4 o'clock. 3 hours is required for cleaning. And you don't close the bakery in the night for production, you produce. Then what do I do with my produce? You create a market. What kind of market? Where to sell? That is, today, it is seamless. Sitting in one village, you can sell it to the global market. It's seamless. It's up to you to
How do you plan that?
Plan that and be creative on that front.
Nice, yeah. And how do you scale? How do you plan to, what are the strategies that you put? Okay, you've started your bakery, it's running well. So what are the few plans that you make to scale that up, to grow that up?
Very good question. Before scalability, the first thing is that the existing unit should be sustainable.
Right.
And existing unit also should grow. If you are having the same set of customer coming to your bakery on a daily basis, then it is not growth.
Right.
It is stagnant. So before you grow, the whole thing is all about what is the kind of menu that you are going to create? What kind of a menu engineering you are going to do? You create more menu, then you mess up. More inventory, you mess up. When you scale, the biggest question is, who is going to take care of your outlets? Who is going to handle those outlets? Whether those outlets are being managed by the franchisee or yourself. And if you want to manage, how do you create the ownership in those outlets? What kind of software that you are going to implement? What kind of systems that you are going to implement? So you need to consider all these parameters when you want to really scale up.
Correct.
So our thought process of scaling up is, we are thinking of creating a menu which is max around 15. And we want to give preferences for women, run by women, supported by our team, trained by second gear, and we want to see in the next 10 years, 1,500 women entrepreneurs being mentored, groomed, running their own businesses, having profits, and be a part of this ecosystem.
That's your future plan.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's wonderful that you've planned for women entrepreneurs and preferred that really.
I'm not telling it should be only women.
But preferred there. Right. So if I talk about sales and all, so you prefer Zomato, Swiggy as an online better, or you still are somebody who is like walk-ins and you take up more of that?
You are bringing a very, very interesting topic for me. See,
no, because online everybody's come on, we sit 12 a.m. in the night and we're like, I want to eat some pastries, and I look for that in Zomato, and then that's right.
See, the whole part about online, the good part about online is, it is actually serving the needs of the customer when the customer wants.
Correct.
As you rightly said, I want a puff now. I want a savory now. I want to eat. I want a jamun now. Yes, it is definitely serving the purpose of all of them.
Correct.
With due respect to the online aggregators, I don't want to name an online aggregator. What is the model that is evolving? The shop price is 100 rupees. You go to a shop and buy it at 100 rupees.
Right.
You order it, there is a delivery fee which the rider has to take. Is it just the delivery fees? It is not. It is comfort fees, that fees.
Correct. Lot of
fees,
and the price goes twice or maybe thrice.
twice or thrice, and then it comes to you.
Correct.
Okay, fine. You have paid 3 times the fees. It has come to you. Whether the byproduct of that has gone to a farmer who has grown the rice for the idli, it is not. Whether it has gone to the staff which has made the idli, not. Whether it has gone to the owner who has made the idli, not. To whom it has gone? It has gone to an aggregator. What he has done? He has just plucked the fruit, give it to you, and yes, there is a value addition. I am not ignoring the value addition. But for that value addition, whether you need to pay that kind of a money. And what has happened? A restaurant having a product worth of
But you cannot deny the fact that the world is moving towards online.
World is moving. I'm not denying world is not moving towards
The
online.
customers are there online.
Customers
You
are
can't
there
deny to serve
online.
them.
Yes, can't. But what is happening? I'm talking about the current scenario and what is going to happen.
Correct. Future.
So the current scenario is what you want to buy everything online. You want to eat everything online. Your psychology is to buy online, and there is a refund, replace.
Yeah, there is.
Then whether the online aggregators are doing profits, how much losses online aggregators are making, whom they are putting the losses to, they are putting the losses to their investors.
Correct.
So is it a profitable business model? It is not a profitable business model. Then why do you need to run the business? So the whole question is on the business part, on the aggregators part.
Right.
Look at the restaurateur parts. I have a product worth of 100 rupees. And if you come directly, I will give it to 100 rupees. Since you are coming through online aggregators charge me 28 to 35% commission. So I mark up my price to 135. So today the technology change, what is happening is, you don't go to an online aggregator. You come to me directly. I will give you at 100 rupees. I have a WhatsApp application. Order it on WhatsApp. Delivery charges, whatever is required, whatever the charges the delivery boys, you pay him directly. This is going to revolutionize the entire industry, and the opportunities are there for the technological company in this domain. I am not telling that the online buying will stop. I am telling that the methodology of online buying will change.
When you started your entrepreneurial journey, what was that one big mistake that you did in the early stage?
Higher investments.
Sorry?
Higher investments.
Higher investments. Okay.
It doesn't require that much of an investment.
That we think it requires.
Yeah. Overdoing.
Okay.
Not required.
And when did you realize that? What happened?
Sure. When we started Cafe Coffee Confessions, initially we had a menu of around 400 products.
Okay.
I don't want to blame a consultant whom we worked with, and he suggested 400. We implemented 400. We made more losses. Because the reason is the more inventory, lesser sales, we made losses. Then I realized you need to have a shorter menu to be successful. And understand the tongue of the customer. In my area, which is actually being covered by most of the North Indians, what does a North Indian want? Do I know what my customer wants?
Correct.
Do I understand the need of the customer?
Which is very important. So there's also one boss move that we talk about, which is for the audience who's watching us right now. So what boss move in terms of current scenario they must take to make their revenue better and to have a better space in the industry as a cafe owner or a bakery owner?
The first thing that you need to identify whether I'm fighting for survival or I'm growing. 80% of the businesses are fighting for survival. I can't pay my salaries on time. I can't pay my rent on time. I can't pay my EMIs on time. Everything is 80% of them are striving for survival. If you're striving for survival, then there is something wrong. If you're growing, no problem. You continue to grow. But if you're striving for survival, you have to unwind yourself. Seek a help of a mentor.
Very nice.
Seek a help of a guy who is senior to you. Understand from them. Go to associations and ask them that this is the genuine problem that you are having. Learn, de-learn, then develop a strategy from the scratch. We have to do mistakes. But if you do the same mistake every day, you are an idiot.
Right.
If you do a different
New mistake.
then you are a boss.
Perfect. Lovely. So, GK, I want to understand about this bakery and cafe industry in general. Where are we in present? And then later you can answer about the future look of that.
Okay. See, fortunately, unfortunately, the data that is available in terms of the total number of bakers, the total number of cafes, though we are technology driven country, though artificial intelligence has come, though information has come, it is still limited. There is no exact number to tell these are the number of bakeries or these are the number of cafes. But however, I have done some research, work, spoken to the industry veterans, spoken to the analysts, and give you some data. If you really look at the bakery, the total number of bakeries in India, the organized bakeries could be in the range of around 20 to 25 lakhs.
Okay.
Could be.
Okay.
So tomorrow don't come and blame GK said it is 20 to 25 lakhs. It could be 20 to 25 lakhs.
All right.
The number of cafes in India overall put together may be in the range of around 10,000 to 20,000. People like Starbucks have got 500 outlets across India.
Right.
But others, if you look at, it may be in the range of 10,000 to 20,000. So you look at 20 lakhs of bakeries, each bakery having a team of around 5 to 6. It's around 100 lakhs of people working in the bakery segment. And this segment of people helping so many vendors, indirectly helping the farming community. So if you look at the overall bakery industry, in the next 5 years, it is expected to grow to around 23, 24 billion US dollars.
Wow. That's a huge space.
But the growth, CAGR is not double digit.
Okay. It's about 8-9%?
8-9%. CAGR is around 8-9%. So the growth rate is less, but the volume, I would put it the other way note. If you want to be bullish, 140 crore of people eating one bun a day, priced at $10, turns out to be 140 crore into 10 is around 1,400 crores.
Correct.
So there is a huge, but again the question is, do you want them to eat maida? Do you want them to make maida bun, or you want to make them eat healthy bun?
Healthy buns.
What kind of combinations that you give? Do you want them to eat a protein bun? Is a big opportunity for a baker is there. But one has to think what kind of a product that he can give.
It's a rapid fire segment
Yeah.
where I'll be giving you options.
Sure.
You'll have to pick one.
Sure.
Right? Croissant or cutting chai?
Croissant.
One celebrity you would love to serve at your cafe?
Dr. Rajkumar.
Oh, lovely. Name one thing that should never be served at a cafe.
One thing, cockroach should not go to your coffee.
Coming straight from the heart, ladies and gentlemen. Cockroach should not enter your coffee. Okay. Late nights or early mornings?
Early mornings.
Your go-to song in the kitchen when you're there in the kitchen or in the cafe?
Yeah.
Your go-to song?
Go-to song. Jenadhaniyole Neera Kannole. What is that song? Jenadhaniyole Meena Kannole.
Comment down below and tell me the song name.
Jenadhaniyole Meena Kannole. That song.
Oh, lovely. Okay. Your current guilty pleasure snack?
I would tell medicine ka bhaji.
Sorry?
Chili bhaji.
Chili bhaji. Okay. That is your
Yeah.
guilty pleasure snack. Okay. Can we get an answer for weirdest customer story?
Weirdest customer story is that we had I can share you the customer, this one. Customer called me one day and said, see, I've been buying breads from your bakery for my entire family. And I used to take around 25 loaves of bread when I come to your thing because I used to give it to all my cousins.
Okay.
Some texture has changed in you. Something is missing out in the last batch of bread that I did. I said, okay, I will look into it. I look into the batch. I was thinking. Then he said, Baba, I have a bigger worry. My bigger worry is which bakery I should go in Electronic City. Then I told, don't worry. We will look at the whole batch, do whatever the little modification. We did the whole modification. And the gesture from our end was, we gave all the 25 breads for him without charging money.
Wow.
Because our founders have told, whatever food that we eat, we should give the same quality to our customers.
Very nice. Very nice. A weird but a very well managed story also.
Yeah.
There. Okay. So one business jargon that you don't like, I don't know, I will not say hate, but you are skeptical about it and you don't like it.
It is not that I don't like. It is nothing like that I don't like. I enjoy everything.
Right.
When we go and meet an investor, they would always tell, I want the business to be profitable, sustainable, scalable. So my next question, if I have all these things, then why would I...
To all the VCs out there, ladies and gentlemen, hashtag, we want more VCs. Okay.
Without that, we can't do business.
Correct. Come on, we have to say that. All right. Okay, so which fusion of the items that you made and it was like you loved it the most in your bakery or in your cafe?
Ghee mawa cake.
Ghee mawa cake.
Yeah, in bakery. In cafe, choco chip cookie shake.
Wow.
Using choco chip cookies, we made
And
shake.
what made you make that fusion? Like, how did you come up with that idea?
See, the whole...
Is random?
No, it is not random. The whole thing is about that you need to keep finding out something new.
Yeah. You're right.
If you don't keep doing something, finding out something new, okay, the whole aspect of learning goes away for 6. Your team becomes very stingent.
You're right. So before we end, Mr. GK Pramod, what is the next mountain that you're thinking to climb or wanting to climb?
First of all, it is not a mountain.
Just
The mountain, see, the whole approach is what? I have to climb a mountain. I have to have it this one. Then I have to practice that, this. Boss, it's my way of life.
Right. Okay, what is your next
It's
5 years plan?
Yeah, see, I would talk it about an opportunity.
Huh.
A beautiful opportunity in front of the eyes. Bharat is become Vishwaguru.
Yeah.
I see my product being manufactured here by a rural staff, going to the Timbuktu or going to the end of the North Pole or South Pole. That's a huge opportunity. I myself being a person where I get a lot of satisfaction in terms of doing social work. The next move from our end will be a social enterprise, which will have an impact and smile on the urban, semi-urban, rural, unemployed youth,
Got it.
preferably women, where I want them to have an opportunity of getting mentored to be entrepreneurs. We will mentor them from the second gear school to be entrepreneurs. Then we will create a kind of a concept, a combination of cafe and bakery concept, planning to open 1,500 outlets across pan-India, ownership being given to these youth. They are part of the profitable system and want to put up an IPO in the next 6 years.
Wow.
As of today, as far as my knowledge goes, with humility I'm sharing, there is no company who has put up an IPO. As far as the bakery and cafe merged together, there is no IPO which has come. So here is an opportunity for a son of a farmer who has come from a village to put up an IPO, not to just carry wealth for me, but to carry wealth and make wealth, create wealth, see the smiles among those 1,500 entrepreneurs,
Amazing, yeah.
their children, their staff. That is the whole approach. And the second thing is we have started a foundation called GNK Foundation, where we're training the unemployed youth from all over India on the bakery and cafe skills. My heart beats for MSMEs. My heart beats for rural India. I always think what government has given to me, I won't think. I always think, what is that I can give back to Bharat?
Very nice.
So when I do that, then you call me big boss.
Amazing. Thank you so much for coming to Bosswala and doing this BOSScast with us.
Sure.
Right? I hope this story inspired you. Take the first step towards your business with Bosswala, #1 platform for entrepreneurs from Bharat. Our app offers 500 plus business courses in 6 languages, a powerful BBAI tool to help you choose and start your business, built-in task tracking, and direct access to industry experts through Expert Connect. Everything you need to start and grow your business now in one place. Download the Bosswala app, Link is in the channel profile and description below.
Bosswala. Be the boss.